On the projects page, you have a really neat ability to create funnels for your leads and for your jobs. What these funnels are is just a different way to categorize your leads or jobs or show a pipeline like funnel to take your leads from a very beginning stage of a lead to the very end, which also transitions then into a job. So there are two ways you can do it, and I showed both of those ways here. The leads is more of the pipeline type format. So the first initial part of this funnel is a meeting, then follow up, then emailed, and then at the very end, waiting on payment. And after that, they get transferred to a job. You can also use funnels as a way to categorize your client. So if you want to have a different status for maybe your branding clients or logo design, just for an example, you can categorize via funnels this way. So those are just two ways that you can do it. Whatever flow, whatever might work best for you, maybe you don't want to have a pipeline or categorize and you just want to funnel your clients by current and past. You can set up a status to do that. And to customize that, click Customize here, and you can add statuses, move things around so that it can go in the right place that you want to. If you want to delete one, just click on it and delete it. You can also customize the columns that you see on the project page. Going back to the project page, you can see I have the title of the job, client, company, and the rest of the information on there. You can customize which fields that you want to see, including custom fields that you have set up in your account settings. The fields that must stay are title, client, workflow, status, and actions. Everything else can be customized. Again, click Customize. Head into your columns, click Edit Column, and I have some custom map fields down here, and then I have the general ones that are added by Dubsado. I can toggle them on and off, click Save, and now every time I go to my projects page, the correct funnels will be there that have only the information that I need to see that is relevant to my business. Back to the Customize page. Job tags are another great way to categorize your jobs. You can add multiple tags on a job that relate to what this client is about. So, for example, if you're a designer and you want to categorize your clients by branding, logo, web design, and of course I have a test in here, you can. Click Add Tag. Let's add another test. Pick a color that you want to, and then click Save. Back to my projects page, you can see the jobs that I have tags already assigned to, and you can hover over them to see a view of what that tag is. The sweet thing about tags is you can filter by them as well. So let's say I want to see only the clients that I have for my web design. I click web design in the filter and it will only show the clients that I have in my web design filter. So when searching for a project or anything, be sure to utilize this filter so you can easily sort through your clients. And don't forget, we also have a way to search through projects and clients up here at this top bar. So let's head into a project that we have. I'm going to click into this one. So this is the project that I have going on with a client. I can see the job name right here. I can click it to edit it. I can see the job date. Again, I can click that to edit it as well. If I have a contract applied to this job, this is where I can apply it and then view the contract that I already have applied. Contracts are an important part of the job, and that's why we have it over here on the left. So you can always see if it's been signed, viewed, or needs signing. This job already has tags on it, but if I wanted to add any more tags or delete some tags, I can do so by right here under the tags area. I can change the project status within this project just by utilizing this dropdown and changing the status that way. The client information will be right here, along with any custom fields that you have for the client that have been filled in. If I need to edit any client info, I can do so by clicking this little pencil icon, and it will pop up with the ability to edit. My client portal is active at the moment. If I needed to deactivate it or activate, I can just click activate and it will activate my client portal. The client portal is a perfect way for your clients to stay organized as well. It's like a mini Dubsado account for your clients, but I'll get into that in a future video. If you want to set a password for your portal, it's very simple. You can do so just by typing in a password and clicking check. If you want to send your portal details to your client, just click send, and you could send them off the portal information along with their password that they have for that client portal. And then any custom map fields that I have already filled in on this job will populate here as soon as they've been filled in. If I need to assign any team members to a job, if you're working with a team or employees, you can do so in this team member selection area. The first tab that populates when you go into a project is the emails tab. This will show all the emails that you've sent to this client relating to this job. If you need to send a new email, just click send email and you can send off that email to your client. While I'm here under the emails area, if you are typing an email late at night or you don't want an email to send right away, you can utilize this little arrow icon. When you click on it, it will send later. It'll send in 3 hours at 9 a.m. or next week. These times are just general times that we put in there, but if you need to edit it at all, once you set that email to send, it will head into workflows where then you can customize it any further if you want to. So that was that email that I just set to send tomorrow at 9 a.m. I can edit that time any further if I want to. Just a sweet little tip on the email section of the projects page. When a client replies, if you have your conversation mode set up, like we explained in the current brand settings area, your replies will come through in the inbox up here, this little envelope, and here on the jobs page. So you can just go into either the inbox or here on the jobs page and respond back to your clients. My client has not responded in this case, but as soon as they do, you'll see a little pop-up right here for your client's response, and then you can easily respond back here. Next is the Invoices tab. This is where you're going to build your invoices, or if your proposal is building your invoice, this is where you can view the invoice that you have set up. To create a new line item for your invoice, just click New Line Item, and then you could type in all the things that you need to do to have this invoice populate with the correct amount. To add tax, just click taxes that you already have set up, or you can add a new tax item by clicking Add New Tax Item. To apply a payment schedule, just click this Payment Schedules dropdown and select from a payment schedule that you have set up, or you can create a new payment schedule here on the projects page in the Invoice tab manually. Payment schedules divide out your invoices so that your client can see it split up. For example, in this case, I have a 2080 invoice right now, and it is populating the correct amounts divided out. When you're ready to send an invoice, just click Send via email, and it pops up with the email to get ready to send. It will not send until you click Send on that email. If you're like me, want to preview some things before you send it, just click Send and open a new window, and it will pop up with the preview of the client's side of the invoice. So this is exactly what your client will see. You'll see the payment schedule broken down here and the ability for the client to pay the full amount if they'd like to. So they would just click Pay Now and fill out all that information. Dubsado also has the ability to set up reoccurring invoices. So if you want an invoice to be sent out, let's say once a month, and it starts on this date and it ends until you set an end date for it. So at the moment, I don't want it to end until I literally go in and end it. I create the invoice that I want it to send. Right now, I'm just going to choose from a package that I already have. So now once a month, every month, on the 10th, my client is going to get an invoice for $600. I'm going to start that occurrence and it will go ahead and trigger. So now since I set it to today, it's going to start sending today and going to be triggering once a month, every month on the 10th. If I'd like to end that occurrence, I can click End Occurrence and it's ended. Your client does have the ability, if you're connected to Stripe, to set up automatic deductions. So by connecting to Stripe, your client will have the checkbox to say, bill me automatically every month. So that way it acts as a subscription versus an invoice that they have to go in and pay every month. We do have additional help articles about this. So just go into our help center, help.dubsado.com, and type in reoccurring invoices, and you'll get all the details on how to do that. Next, in this little sub-tab is the Invoice Options. This is where you can trigger your invoice options for this client only. It does not affect any other client. So let's say for this client, I do want to enable the option for them to pay via credit cards, but maybe not necessarily bank payments. And I also want them to have the ability to tip me. I click Save, and these settings will appear on this project only and not for any other clients. An additional option is the ability just for this client to bill them by their company name instead of their first name and last name. Lastly, on this little sub-tab is the expenses. If you have any expenses that you want to add that will show the net profit that you made on this job, you can just click Add Expense, add in all the details, and then it will show you the net profit that you've made on this job. The Forms tab. To send a form to a client, you add a form to the job. If you need to edit it, you can click Edit and it will only edit just for this client. But to send the form, you just click Send and it shows with the canned email that you have, or you can choose from another canned email that you have here in Dubsado. Another thing that you can do, if you have lots of forms that you want to send to your clients, you don't want to send them a million emails, so you can just add them all to the job and click Add, and then exit out of it. I don't want to send it just yet. You'll see I have all these forms that say Need Sending. What I'm going to do is click Mark Sent, Mark Sent, Mark Sent, Mark Sent, and Mark Sent. And now it's going to show me that all my forms that I wanted to have sent did not send them an email. It just sent them to the client portal. Again, so this Mark Sent sends it to the client portal. If you want to send them an actual email, you click send and it will send them an email. After you've already applied forms to your job or to your lead, you can edit it. You can copy the form so you can create a duplicate of it, which is great for if you're doing proofs and such. And of course, if you want to view your form, click view. And if you click open, you can preview it as a client. Appointments. Appointments are great for any additional dates that you have below the job date. So you have a main job date, but if you have any meetings, let's say you're a photographer and have an engagement session, you have any additional deadlines if you're a designer and you want to put them under appointments, you can do so. These appointments add into your calendar. They show on your sync calendars, on your dashboard, so you'll always know when this appointment is coming up. So just click add appointment to add that. Dubsado does not currently have a scheduling software where your clients can pick an appointment that they want to choose with you. Much like Acuity or Calendly, Dubsado is currently working on a scheduling system that you'll be able to send your client a list of your available times and have them pick and choose those times. We're really excited for this feature to launch, so it's something that our team is really working hard on. We can't wait to bring that out to you. Next, workflows. Workflows are the ability to send automatic emails to your client. We have already set up workflows in another video with Cameron, but to apply the workflow that you've already created, click Apply Workflow, and then choose from a workflow that you've created. Once done, you can just click Apply, and it will apply that workflow. When a workflow has an error on it, it will show an alert message and your workflow will also pause so that nothing wrong happens with that workflow. Right now, my workflow is currently active, but when it shows as paused, it'll show this little orange button, so you'll always know when the workflow is paused, and you will also see that view within the projects page. To archive a workflow, if I want to get rid of it, I just click Archive, and it goes away. You can apply as many workflows as you'd like to a job. Next, we're going to go to tasks. Tasks are a great way to just apply one-off tasks to remind yourself about things regarding this job. They'll appear on your general task list. As well, if they're assigned to you or have a due date, they'll appear on your dashboard. The reason why we have it be assigned to you or have a due date to appear on the dashboard is where the most important things should be. Otherwise, all your tasks can be found in this little tasks menu over here, or by going to the job and viewing the tasks that you have here. In a separate video, we showed you how to set up your job boards, which are a great way to utilize Kanban style boards, which have columns and the ability to slide cards around to organize your project management. You can share these boards if you want with your clients just by clicking privacy settings on the board and utilizing the client portal option. As soon as you do that, this board will appear within the client portal. Your client can make any changes to the board, add comments, move things around, and mark things as completed. So if you want to share a to-do list with your clients or show your clients processes that you're taking, sharing a job board is a perfect place to do that. Next, we're in Notes. Notes is a great place to add any notes that you have regarding this job and any call log. So if you're on the phone with them and want to add a log, you can do so by clicking Add Call Log. Notes and call logs are not viewable by your clients at all. These are just internal notes that you have for yourself and are kept private. Any notes that you put on a job will be added to your calendar. So if you have a synced calendar and you have it on your phone, let's say this interior design job, when it pops up on my phone's calendar, I can see any notes that I have added into this project on my calendar. All right, so that's it for the jobs page. Let's move on.